right, nocturnal news. So first of all, I'm going to put a timestamp right here so you can fast forward to the video that you clicked on to see. But in my last video, I said you guys ask me absolutely anything, and I will answer in my next video. First of all, my flock is everywhere. Shout out, my friend. How are you? You guys go sub to her channel. You know, she's a good friend of Nocturnal News. It would help her out tremendously. Okay. Number 2, Troy, SR71. Is that the Blackbird SR71? I'm assuming. So you said Q&A. Tracy, that's me, by the way. What are your thoughts about Dr. Greer's press conference held on Monday, June 12th, about the UAP UFO disclosure? I'm assuming you have watched it. So, my friend Troy, first of all, thank you for the comment. But no, I have not seen it yet. And in fact, I think I'm going to check it out tonight or tomorrow. But I can tell you my overall thoughts on Greer in general. I love the original Disclosure Project, and of course, he has the SETI project and all the things he's been a part of. I just saw the documentary Unacknowledged, and I was really impressed. In fact, Brandy, shout out Brandy, I even told her that, hey, you got to check out this documentary. I believe it was Unacknowledged, and it was, I'm going to say, one of the best UFO documentaries I think I've ever seen, in my opinion, because they get into the military-industrial complex and, the real truth and the secrecy behind the UFO topic, other than blinking lights and cool things in the sky and little green men and aliens. They kind of get into the military, the black budget programs, and all these different things that I'm constantly talking about. So I love that, okay? But no, I'm going to check it out soon, and I'll tell you what I think. So, but something I want to add. I know Greer, Dr. Greer, he gets kind of a bad rap for being a grifter, for hustling people for money. In fact, I made a video, showing his website, fundraiser it was crowdsourcing for the documentary, and it was these tiers, and the amount of money was insane. So, yes, without babbling too long, overall, I think he's a positive thing for the UFO community. I'm old school, Linda Moulton Howe, Stanton Friedman, people like Bob Lazar, George Knapp, Corso, The Day After Roswell, the book I'm reading. I get into all that, kind of the older mentors of the UFO topic. Now we have this generation of idiots leading the way. So, but I understand he comes with well-deserved criticism. Okay, so I do get that. But thank you for asking, and I will definitely check that out probably tonight, maybe tomorrow, and I'll give you my thoughts. So thank you. Okay, up next, my dear friend Brandy Phillips. Okay, you ask, what is the one UFO sighting that you think is legitimate? Well, if I had to point to one, right? If I had to go before a group of non-believers or people and show them one case, one sighting, it would probably be the USS Nimitz off the coast of California, Commander Fravor. You guys know the details. So why? Because it has radar. The radar operator operating the radar came forward to talk about the radar. Highly credentialed. I know people like that. Military men and women, fighter jet pilots, politicians, everyone from A to Z and their dog has verified the Tic Tac UFO, UAP rather, the Go Fast and the gimbal. So honestly, that would be number one. But also I would throw in there Roswell, 1947. Again, one of the best, or one of the, I would say, the most well-documented UFO cases out there. Even to this day, 2023, we still have people coming forward, with new evidence about Roswell, and that really was kind of ground zero for this UFO movement that we're all a part of in some way, and here we are today, 50-something years later. It was a long time ago, right? 1947. So I would say Roswell, but the one would be the USS Nimitz. Now, also, I'd throw in there Rendlesham Forest, and not because I was a part of it, but the documentaries put out by Darcy Weir that you guys know I was in them and kind of helped out with those documentaries. Why? Because they are directly from the NASA archive. Everything, look, if you guys know or knew what I know and what went on behind the scenes to make those documentaries. Everything was put under a microscope. Every anomaly had to be real, and also had to be connected to an astronaut from the NASA archive with the official NASA photo ID number. It's just, I think, one of the best collections of evidence that I've ever seen. Okay, when we're talking about proof, like hard, irrefutable proof. So I would say it would be the documentaries from Darcy Weir, the NASA series, that he did. So yeah, there you go. So of course, USS Nimitz, Roswell, these documentaries that I was a part of. And, and I would also, again, I said Rendlesham Forest, but any of these NASA anomalies, I would throw that in the top 5. So thank you for asking. And look, guys, if you want to ask me anything, it's something new I'm going to start doing. Now, I'll probably include this part of the video at the end of the video. That's why I put the minute mark in the beginning. So thank you. Okay, so these are the real documents filed by Mr. Dave Grusch. Now, this isn't going to be some fancy, highly edited video. This is just very important info that I thought those who cared would want to know. And it does add proof and credence to what he's saying. So I think this is incredibly important. Now, does it verify everything? No, it does not. But this is definitely a step in the right direction. So let's kind of go through it here, guys. Disclosure of urgent concerns, complaint of, is that reprisal? Okay, number 1. And I think it's about 3 pages long. But I just want you guys to see this because, again, it's very important. We come before you to file this disclosure on behalf of David C. Grusch, who is currently a GS-15 employee at the National Geospatial, is that right? Spatial Intelligence Agency, NGA. He is a veteran of the United States Air Force, USAF, and has worked directly for or with several IC elements over the course of his lengthy and successful career. He is currently cleared at the TS SCI level by the NGA and serves as the agency's senior technical advisor for the UAP analysis. Wow, and that's pretty impressive. Okay, I'll give him that. He is also an intelligence officer in the USAF Reserves. The Intelligence Committee Inspector General, ICIG, has jurisdiction to receive a report of urgent concern when the disclosure involves, among other things, a false statement to Congress or a willful withholding from Congress of an issue of material fact relating to the funding, administration, or operation of the intelligence activity. Moreover, jurisdiction exists when an action, including a personal action described in section blah, 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 constituting reprisal or threat of a reprisal. Is that reprisal or reprisal? I don't know. Prohibited under subsection E3B in response to an employee's reporting an urgent concern. Okay, the UAP is what they're talking about. Mr. Grusch previously served as a fully cleared member of the United States U.S. government's UAP task force. He has direct knowledge that certain IC elements have purposely and intentionally, let's skip forward, withheld, I think they meant to say been withheld and or concealed UAP related classified information from the U.S. Congress. So again, this was his complaint that he said in his interview that he filed. Now here, like I said, these are the documents, the official documents. He has direct knowledge that this classified information has been withheld or concealed by the involved IC elements to purposely and intentionally thwart legitimate congressional oversight of the UAP program. And I mean, wow, guys, this is actually incredible to me. Number 4, it says, in July 2021, Mr. Grusch confidentially provided UAP-related classified information to the Department of Defense Inspector General, DODIG. That's the Inspector General that he talked about in the interview. At the time, Mr. Grusch communicated classified information about the improper withholding and or concealment of classification material, classified material from the U.S. Congress by certain IC elements. Mr. Grusch believes that his identity and the fact of his UAP related communications with the DoD IG have been disclosed to individuals and or entities outside the DoD IG, and that he has suffered retaliation, related thereto. But again, guys, remember, he is protected under the Whistleblower Act, okay? I believe signed into law in 2022, I believe. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Number 5, since his protected disclosures to the DoD IG, Mr. Grusch has been subjected to numerous adverse security clearance actions. These actions have unfairly and unjustifiably impunged his integrity, character, judgment, professionalism, and mental health. While he remains security cleared by the NGA, his compartmented access at numerous other IC elements have been mysteriously and apparently without plausible explanation canceled, delayed, denied, and or improperly obstructed. Number 6, Mr. Grusch has reason to believe that the many recent issues with his access are directly correlated to his previous UAP-related protected communications with the DoD IG. So basically, they're retaliating against him. Wow, this is crazy. Mr. Grusch now wishes to directly communicate the classified specifics of his UAP-related urgent concerns to the U.S. Senate Select Committee on Intelligence and the U.S. House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Accordingly, we hereby request that your office facilitate Mr. Grusch's direct communication with the SSCI and HPSCI. This is insane, guys. Again, these are the real documents. 8. Moreover, having suffered months of retaliation and reprisals because of his prior UAP-related protected communications, we respectfully request that the ICIG initiate or cause the initiation of a whistleblower investigation pursuant to Presidential Policy Directive 19. Wow. I mean, look, guys, this is what I wanted. Some kind of proof, some kind of evidence. So this does prove that he did bring this to Congress, or to the IG, rather. And like he said in his interview, if I had access to this, why didn't the IG? Meaning, he's way above me. So why wasn't he made aware of this UAP retrieval task force?